Abdur-Rahim with the ball, 10 to shoot, looking straight at the clock. Less than 2 minutes to play. Here comes a deep three.
Good! He got it!
Jabri wants some noise after burying the three. Dogs by a point, 78-77. Timeout, Memphis.
Wow. He was way out, too, and give credit to Memphis's defense. Like I said, they've been good all night, but they had pushed us out. We couldn't find anything underneath, a lane to cut. We couldn't find a pass to make. So he finally just said, okay, you want me to take it out here from 25 feet? I'll do that.
That shot was almost like it was in slow motion with the sound off. And when he let it fly, floated through the air, and when he buried it, this place erupted as Georgia leads it by one over 18th-ranked Memphis, 78-77. Just a minute 48 to go in the contest. Dogs have one timeout remaining. Memphis has 3 remaining. I think they may have only 2 now. I don't know if that's, they just have the 2 remaining.
You know, President Moorhead was here, and he left. I hope he got back in the building to see the end of this one.
You're saying the president might be locked out?
I hope they don't lock him out. This is his building. This is his house.
We're ready to go. The officials tell the Georgia coaching staff to sit down. Tom Crean's the only one that can stand, and he's asking for noise and energy. Memphis basketball, 1:45 to play. They trail by 1 now. 78-77 Dogs. Bates with a drive. Oh, Quinto stolen. Here we go. Showtime, baby!
Oh!
Up in the air above the rim for the two-handed dunk. 80-77. 24 for Cario. Oh, my goodness. 3-point Georgia lead. 81 seconds to play. Memphis ball, Nolly. Offensive foul, Nolly. Georgia tried to fight through the screen with Christian Wright, and Nolly, the official said, knocked him to the floor and called for the offensive foul. Georgia basketball with 1:19 to go. Did they call that one on Duran instead? I thought it was Nolly. They did call it on Duran, and that's his 5th.
That's his 5th?
My mistake. I thought it was Nolly. So Duran, the big 6'11", 250-pound freshman.
Oh, and what a difference that'll make inside if we need to go down to Bridges low.
He fouls out with 10 points and 5 rebounds.
And right now, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm trying to get that basketball down low to Braylon Bridges.
Georgia with a 3-point lead.
If that guy's on the bench, I'm going to Bridges.
We'll see what the Dogs do. We've got the ball right into the front court. Oquendo, the hero of the moment, or at least one of them. 24 points for Cario. Bridges sets a screen out front. They push on him. No whistle. Wright still with the ball. Stops. Feeds it into the paint. Got away. Bridges got it back. Shoots it high over the rim. Kisses off the backboard, and the rebound comes down to Memphis. Tigers with the ball. Down 3. Less than 50 seconds to go. Crowd making noise here in Stegman. Just about now, everybody's standing.
What's up?
And official will stop play. Stop the clock. Somebody call a time.
And he threw it in from half court.
Wow, that's unfortunate for them.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Memphis called a time, a 30-second timeout in the middle of the play with 19 seconds on the shot clock and 44.7 to go in the game. 80-77, Georgia leads by 3.
19 seconds on the shot clock. Dogs got to tighten the defense, and then when the shot goes up, they got to block out cleanly, keep them off the boards.
What a second half this has been. Georgia has outscored Memphis by 5 here in the second half, 48-43. And as the evening has gone along, it seems that Georgia has gotten a little bit stronger, a little bit more confident as we've played inside a minute to go, just 44.7 seconds. No Aaron Cook tonight, Chuck. And, at the outset of the ball game, we were just kind of hangdog about that. It's like, oh, my goodness, we don't have our main guy.
Well,
guy that handles the ball the majority of the time.
Scott, you know what? Let me just say this. We were. Those guys in those gray jerseys, they weren't.
And neither was the head coach in the pregame conversation. He was very confident, even though the fact that he knew he wasn't going to have Cook tonight.
That's right. They came out and said, "Okay, we don't have Aaron Cook. Let's find a way. Let's find a way to compete." And that's what you love about this team. You mentioned to Coach Crane, they held a players-only meeting. They take self-responsibility. And last Sunday against Wofford, they didn't show up with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and they paid the price on the scoreboard. Tonight, they made sure that didn't happen. Even without Aaron Cook, these guys showed up tonight to compete against a top 20 team in the country, and they've done just that.
Georgia's put itself in a position to do something pretty good here, up 3 with 44.7 to go. It's going to be Memphis ball as they continue the possession. And now we got a holding foul on Georgia before Memphis can inbound the basketball. They got Jalen Ingram. That's 9 on the Dogs. So it's going to be 1-1 for Memphis. It'll be Landers Nolly at the free throw line, shooting the 1-1 for the Tigers. We get Jabri Abdur-Rahim in for Jackson Etter.
Yeah, we're trying to get some size in there for the rebound. And
Nolly at the line, 5 of 6 tonight. Right-handed shooter, free throw, missed it. Ingram rebound, big board for the veteran Bulldog. 40 seconds, now less than that. Dogs ball up 3, right into the front court. Lomax guarding, swipes at the ball. Right-hand dribble, right to the rack. Pivots on the block, pulls it back out. Feeds Oquendo, 13 to shoot. Cario with a ball between the circles. He's going to call time.
Yep, Coach Crean won the timeout there. We were getting pushed out again by that Memphis defense. So Coach Crean says, "Hey, let's call timeout, set something up, come out of the timeout, and see if we can't get a good look."
Georgia huddles up right in front of us. They've got 9 on the shot clock, 23.7 to go. And the Dogs lead it by 3, 80-77. Cario Oquendo with a season-high 24 points tonight. Jabri Abdur-Rahim follows up his 20 on Sunday with 15 this evening. And Christian Wright has done a magnificent job running point for the Dogs tonight with 16.
And I'll tell you something else, too. What we want to do here is we want to get regardless of hey, go ahead and get the foul. If we miss here, get a foul, put them on the line. We got a 3-point lead. We're still in the 1-1, so they got to make the front end. But even if they do that and make both free throws, then they got a foul.
23.7. Both teams take the floor again. Dogs spread it out. Jalen Ingram will inbound right in front of us. Front court, near sideline, next to the Georgia bench.
We don't want to give them a shot at the 3.
He wanted to get it into Wright. Memphis wouldn't let him. Throw it into Bridges. The ball knocked high in the air, and Memphis tries to save it right in front of us.
Look at it.
Williams, I think, was out of bounds. May have been out of bounds. The indication is that it's going to be Georgia basketball, but they're going to look at it. They'll review it. Patrick Evans, the official right on the spot, is saying Georgia basketball. And the lead official, Don Daly, will come over and fiddle with the remote video machine. I think that's the official name. He's going to take a look at the monitor. Play is under review to make sure the call was Georgia basketball. We'll see if it maintains or it stays that way. 21 seconds to go. It's funny to see how many people behind us, the monitors, like 2 seats down to our left, get out of their seat and walk behind the scorer's table to try to get a look at the monitor with the official. 80-77. Dogs lead by 3. Up next for Georgia, if you're even thinking about that at this point, Jacksonville next Tuesday as the 8-game homestand continues. That'll be a 7 o'clock game next Tuesday here at Stegman Coliseum. And then a little bit of a breather for final exams, and the Dogs don't play again until the 18th of December.
All right, Georgia's ball.
Dogs ball as Patrick Evans got the call correct. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 21 seconds on the game clock. And Ingram to inbound from the same location he was a few seconds ago.
Well, their defense, they were all over that pass inbounds.
Ingram looks under the basket. Looks, somebody's got to move and cut, and he calls another timeout.
My goodness. We get in a half. You know, we all break, and then if there was nothing there, they just stood there. You can't do that. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving.
Christian Wright trying to communicate that with Ingram, and Ingram saying nobody was open to inbound the basketball, and this will turn into a full timeout for Georgia as they'll take a seat on the bench.
Well, I mean, he's right. There was nobody open. But the reason there was nobody open is because everybody stopped.
Yeah, they cut the initial time and then just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, get the ball in. Well, there's nobody to throw it into unless you want me to turn it over.
You got to keep moving. That's the only way you're going to get open.
So fortunately, we had one timeout remaining, and that's it. We don't have any left now, so you can't call another one. Now, that will be a complete disaster, Chris Webber. 80-77, Georgia leading Memphis. And we're trying to finish out this possession in style. This possession's taking forever. 7 seconds on the shot clock when time comes back in. 21 seconds to go in the ball game, at least in regulation. Bite my tongue. 2-5 Georgia, given 5-1, and nationally ranked Memphis fits and all they can handle. Tom Crean, last second instructions. Steve McClain, Georgia's assistant coach, in there as well.
Well, I tell you what, Scott, regardless how this one ends up, I got to give these dogs credit. I mean, for what they've done here this evening against a team that is as gifted athletically and basketball-wise as Memphis is, this is impressive.
Here we go. Now it'll be Jackson Etter to throw it in. He looks under the basket, looking, gets to Ingram, comes back to the ball. Jalen puts it on the floor. To the rack, throws it up, it rolls off the iron. There's a whistle and a foul with 17 seconds to go. That's going to put Ingram on the line. Williams with the foul. DeAndre Williams, the 6'9 transfer from Evansville, can't believe it, and that's his fifth. So he's out, and Duran's out. And we've got 17.3 to go, and Jalen Ingram at the line waiting for free throws as soon as Memphis makes a foul-out substitution.
Boy, and Ingram 2 for 2 at the line tonight.
Penny Hardaway, now Larry Brown up off the bench, joining the Memphis head coach out of the coach's box there, down to our left. And the Tigers have to make a substitution. They've had two players foul out now, and Bates is going to come back in. Imani Bates, the 6'9 freshman from Michigan. And Jalen Ingram with a chance,
I believe, Bates
to make it a two-possession game.
Bates has 4 fouls.
All right, Jalen. 93% free throw shooter, 2 for 2 tonight. Right-hander from Madison. Oh, net, baby.
Oh,
it's a two-possession game, 81-77. Georgia leads.
Ice in the veins. Woo!
Another cube would be nice. Ingram. Crowd gets quiet. Lets Jalen do his thing. Ball's in the air. Oh, back rim, no good. Rebound, Memphis. 81-77, Dogs by 4. Tigers with the ball. 10 seconds to go. They're just working it around. Nolly down the lane will dunk it with 6.7 to go. It's a 2-point lead. Georgia will inbound. Memphis will have to foul. Jalen bounces it into Wright. They grab him around the hips and pull him back.
Boy, put the true freshman.
Alex Lomax. That'll put Wright on the line with 5.8 to play. Georgia up 2.
You're a true freshman. You're getting your start tonight is replacing Aaron Cook. Not that he hadn't had other opportunities to start, but he's been the guy with the point tonight. And now you step to the line here with an opportunity maybe to ice this thing for the Dogs.
Double bonus.
5.8.
He's got 2 to shoot, Chuck, and he is 5 for 5 tonight, 75% when the game began. Wright, soaked in sweat, puts it in the air, rattles and rolls in there, good. Woo!
I just
did a little dance inside the rim.
I just got a few more white hairs on that one.
A few more of mine fell out. 82-79. This could ice it here, make it a two-possession game. Wright, free throws in the air. No good. Rebound. Timberlake in a timeout. Memphis, 4.5 seconds to go. They're going to get one more crack to try to tie it down 3.
Well, I think what you do is you foul them.
Christian missed for the first time tonight. 5 4.5 seconds. Memphis uses its last timeout. Up 3, foul automatically.
Wouldn't you foul him on the inbound?
Let a second or two tick away and then commit that foul?
Yeah, because you got a 3-point lead.
Oh, I understand the strategy. You just don't want to leave them too much time left, so that then it becomes the foul back and forth, and they end up with the final possession and a chance to win or tie. 4.5 seconds to go, and it's a 3-point Georgia lead. The Dogs on the fringe of their biggest win of the season.
You know, this team has played so well against other quality teams. We saw them play a very good game against Virginia and let it get away. We saw them play a very good game against Georgia Tech and let it get away, despite leads late in the game. If they could find a way to hang on and win this one, I think it'd go a long way towards building this team's confidence.
Earl Timberlake, a 6'6 sophomore guard, a transfer from Miami, will throw it in for Memphis. We match up in a man-to-man. All of their guys are in the front court. Timberlake looks. Bridges guarding the inbounds. Kick it into the corner. Bates, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, into the front court. Launches a three. Hits the side of the rim. And Georgia wins it. Oh, my gosh, wow. That was close.
That was way too close to suit me.
About a 35-footer by Bates. We opted not to foul with a 3-point lead to send them to the line. They got the shot off. And darn near hit the thing, but the Dogs win it, 82-79, upsetting 18th-ranked Memphis. Wow. For the second time in their last two meetings. They were ranked 9th the last time we went to their house and beat them, and now they come to Athens for the first time, and the Dogs get their biggest win of the year. 82-79, Georgia has knocked off the Memphis Tigers.
What a win for these Bulldogs. What a win for these Bulldogs. And I don't know about you, but what player of the game? Cario Oquendo, Jabri Abdur-Rahim.
I think we're going to talk to Jabri here shortly, as he'll come over after the handshake line. And Georgia enjoying the fruits of their labor right now with a 3-point win over the Memphis Tigers. Snapping their 4-game skid, improving to 3-5 for the year. Memphis with his second straight loss now. They lost on last Friday in Brooklyn to Iowa State, and now they have fallen to the Dogs here in Athens. Their record going back home will be 5-2. Again, the final 82-79, and that is Tom Crean's 400th career victory as a head coach, and he was presented the game ball by Georgia's Director of Athletics, Josh Brooks.